So today we are going to discuss the thermal expansion and thermal equilibrium. Thermal expansion and thermal equilibrium. So first of all, I'm going to define the thermal equilibrium. Actually, thermal equilibrium means when we take two or three bodies and the temperature of two or three bodies must match with each other, must same with each other. That is the thermal equilibrium. Suppose we have that hot tea and we have the cold tea, and we take both cup of the tea on the environment. But after some time, they would match with their same temperature. They would have same temperature. Means if two body or three body have the same temperature, we can say they are in a thermal contact, and that thermal contact also we can say that they are in a thermal equilibrium form. Means both bodies have the same temperature. Means both bodies are in a thermal equilibrium form. So this was the little term that I was trying to clear your confusion about the thermal equilibrium. So now we have the thermal expansion. Thermal expansion. Actually, thermal means temperature expansion means something that can be expanded by the temperature. Suppose we have a lot of things that if we expand them, we can expand through the temperature. Suppose here thermal expansion means that those substances are materials that can be changed through the change in the temperature are known as the thermal expansion. And whether that change might be in the size, whether the change might be in the volume, whether the change might be in the shape, whether the change might be in a length. Means thermal expansion means the increase in size, increase in volume, increase in length. So thermal expansion is the expansion by which one can expand material in size, length, volume by the change in the temperature. So write down the definition of the thermal expansion. The substance can expand by changing temperature and that substance can change in any form. It can change it to any form, size, volume, weather. So this was the thermal expansion. But now we have the two main types of the thermal expansion. Number one, linear thermal expansion. Linear thermal expansion. Number two, volume thermal expansion. Actually, linear thermal expansion just deals with the expansion of the one dimension. Means those substances which can expand or increase only in a one direction. Suppose we can say that we have a metallic rod and we give them temperature, and we make it a hot or cold weather. So we provide temperature to a metallic rod, and that metallic rod just can increase its size or just can increase in a one dimension means it can also change its shape. So it can increase or expand in only one direction or in only one thing. That is a linear thermal expansion. Means mostly linear thermal expansion can occur only in the solids. Suppose we can take the example of rod. We have the metallic rod. This is the metallic rod. If we provide the temperature to this metallic rod, and so we have the, it is a length, original length is L. This is the original length. While if we, and this is the original temperature, if we give it temperature, so it will change its length, and that change length is known as the change in length, while the temperature, change in temperature is known as the change in temperature. So linear thermal expansion means this change, and linear thermal expansion deals with the change in only one direction, change in only one thing. That change might be in size or in any shape or in any expression, but must be in the one direction. So linear means single increase or single expansion in the any material. So here we have change in length, means change in length is directly proportional to the original length, number one equation. Change in length is directly proportional to the change in temperature, number two equation. Means linear thermal expansion in which it is change that is directly proportional to its original length, and change in length is also directly proportional to the change in temperature. Temperature change occurs means change in length. So if we combine both equations, we have the new form, that is change in length is directly proportional to the L delta T. So this is the third equation. Now you know, in the equation or in any formula we have the proportionality sign. If we remove that proportionality sign, we can also introduce a new constant here. That new constant is known as the alpha, and alpha here is the new constant, and alpha is known as the coefficient of the linear thermal expansion. Here alpha is the coefficient of linear thermal expansion. If we find the coefficient of thermal expansion, then we have the formula alpha is equal to L delta T. Here in the multiplication form, it will be in the divide form, L delta T. So this is the formula for the coefficient of linear thermal expansion. We can find the linear coefficient of linear thermal expansion according to this formula. So if we define coefficient of linear expansion, how we can define? We say change in length, that is divided by original length per unit change in the temperature, is known as the coefficient of linear expansion. So alpha shows the coefficient of linear expansion. Now we have the different material that we use to expand them with the change in temperature. I took example of the metallic rod. So you may take the example something else. So the value of alpha, the value of the linear coefficient of the alpha linear expansion, that will be vary. Means material to material, the value of alpha will be vary, will change. So if we have the metallic rod, its value something else. If you say you can try to expand any material else, then the value of alpha will also be something else. So the value of alpha completely varies or changes from material to material. So this was the linear thermal expansion. Number 2, we have the volume thermal expansion. Actually, this is the second type of the volume, second type of the thermal expansion. There's the volume thermal expansion. Means in this expansion, the expansion that can occur in the three direction. So volume means length, width, height. any material or any substance that can occur change, that can expand in the three dimensions. Means it can also change its length, it can also change its volume, it can also change its width, it can also change its breadth. So volume thermal expansion deal with the three dimensions. Means a substance that can change with the three directions, that can change with the three dimensions, is known as the volume thermal expansion. Now mostly volume thermal expansion can occur in the liquid, even can be solid, but the mostly volume thermal expansion can occur in the liquid. So if we derive this formula, change in V means change in volume, that is directly proportional to the original volume, equation 1. Change in volume is directly proportional to the change in temperature, equation 2. If we combine both equations, we would have the change in volume is directly proportional to the change in original value and with respect to change in temperature. So this is the third equation we have. Now there is also a proportionality sign. If we remove this proportionality sign, we will also introduce a new constant, and that new constant is the beta, and beta is known as the coefficient of the volume thermal expansion. So here we have the beta, that is the coefficient of the volume expansion. So this is the formula of the volume thermal expansion. So beta here is the coefficient of the volume thermal expansion. If you find the coefficient of the volume thermal expansion, then you can rearrange this formula in that form. Beta is equal to change in volume divided by V, change in temperature. So once if you define the coefficient of volume expansion, or you can say if you define the beta, then you say change in volume divided by its original value, and original value is the volume, means change in volume divided by its volume, original volume, with respect to the change in temperature. Or you may say, defining that form, change in volume divided by its original volume and rise in the temperature, or per rise in the temperature. So this is the form of the beta, that is the coefficient of the volume thermal expansion. So these were the types of the thermal expansion. Means thermal expansion can increase in a one dimension, that is the linear expansion. Thermal expansion can increase in the three dimensions, that is the volume expansion. Thermal expansion can also increase or expand in the two dimensions, that is known as the aerial thermal expansion. That we are not going to deal with the aerial thermal expansion, because this is not your part of your course. So I have removed the aerial thermal expansion, but you should listen about the aerial expansion. Aerial expansion is that which occur only in the two dimension, that's known as the aerial thermal expansion. So it was all about the thermal expansion, linear thermal expansion, volume thermal expansion, and the thermodynamic, or we have the thermal equilibrium. So thermal equilibrium is that equilibrium, or that phenomena in which your two bodies or three bodies, they must have the same temperature. Means they both bodies or three bodies or four, whatever the body we have, they wait with their same temperatures. Suppose we have the different bodies initially, number one cold body, number two hot body, and we take them on the environment at the room temperature, and after some time they will wait with the both. So means they will have the same temperature some while. So means at that position where objects possess same you may say same temperature, and that's known as the condition of the thermal contact. And thermal contact, you would also say both bodies are in thermal contact or both bodies in a thermal equilibrium. So it was a little brief concept about the thermal expansion, linear thermal expansion, volume thermal expansion, and the thermal equilibrium. Thank you so much.